Dear friends, welcome to my channel. Let's read. Today, let's read Confessions of a Dustbin, written by M. Karunanidhi. Let's begin with the story. For a long time, I have been doing tapasya near the double storied building by the street corner. You can call it a penance, although it is not aimed at any god for remission of sins or for getting his blessing. Only yesterday I came to know that kings used to do penance in order to rule the universe. Demons have done penance to become invincible, sages to become so powerful as to invoke curses upon their enemies. Tapasya means sitting in a place undisturbed and without taking any food, meditating on God and asking for His benevolence if He presents Himself before the meditator. But so far as I am concerned, except sitting undisturbed in a corner, I do not show any other signs of indulging in the holy practice. Even great tapasvis have found concentration difficult. In order to find out who was practicing austerities and where, and to disturb their meditation, a contingent of fair maidens was maintained exclusively in Devlokam. Celestial women like Rambha, Urvashi, Menka, Tilotama were often sent down to earth to tempt the tapasvis. The other day, somebody threw me a moth eaten volume of the Puranas. From it, I learnt all about penance, its implications, stories of the people who practiced austerities. There were extracts such as the immoral tactics adopted by Menaka to disturb the meditation of Vishwamitra after the sage succumbed to her charms. How lustily she played with him. The love play and sexual acts of the two, performed on the banks of forest streams. How the sacred place turned into a site of sexual orgies. How the fingers which hold the beads fondled Menka's breast. How the lips hidden beneath the beard and moustache avidly searched the delicious Menka's lips. The lover's continuous act of sexual intercourse. The venerable Vishwamitra lying at the feet of Menka, tired and exhausted. All this information and many other such gems I found in that Puran. I was engrossed in the folio when the sound of the corporation bullock cart disturbed my reading. The scavenger had arrived to clean my belly. The fellow briskly emptied the trash and moved on. I was heartbroken. Sometimes I overflow with filth, but the corporation takes no notice. And now that I was busy reading that fascinating book, along came the scavenger and deprived me of my Puranic studies. I think some new bloke has assumed office and he might visit this area. That is why the corporation authorities are busy cleaning the streets. As the proverb says, new broom sweeps clean. Afterwards, as usual. A few yards away from me, there is a bhajan mandap where Puranic discourses are held. I used to hear the discourses over the loudspeakers. After that book, I could not make out how the Bhagavatars have concealed so many things and quoted only certain portions of the Purans in their lectures. They tactfully avoided the immoral activities of the gods. When the husband had gone out and Lord Indra in disguise visited and indulged in sexual intercourse with Ahilya, she, instead of scolding her ravisher, said, "Oh, never have I enjoyed sex so much. Indra has satisfied me fully and made me reach orgasm. Oh, he has shown me many novel methods of sexual acts. This is real fun." I came to know of this only after reading the Purans and not from the discourse of the Bhagavatars. The sages of Tharugavana are more than 1,000. Their beautiful wives have enticed Lord Shiva. One or two? Thousands. Lord Shiva tasted all the beautiful dames of Tharugavana. He sucked the honey from their lips, hugged them, and played with them. They are the wives of the sages. He is Lord Shiva. He hugged them till his hands were tired. He enjoyed them till his eyes became red. He kissed them till his lips turned white. But Do you know how the Bhajan Mandap Bhagavatar explained the sexual orgies of Shiva with the wives of Tharugavana sages? Tactfully, he remarked, O Lord Shiva, bless the wives of Tharugavana sages by personally appearing before them and giving them divine prasadam. The pious audience appreciated Shiva's divine gesture. They polished off the prasadam distributed in the bhajan mandap and threw the empty leaves to me. One of the bhakts who had eaten the prasadam threw me a paper. Probably the prasadam had been wrapped in a piece of paper. It was the torn leaf of a book. Casually I glanced at it, but suddenly I got a sort of feeling. I blushed. Yes, its content made me blush, even though I am a dustbin. You may ask, what made you feel shy? I will tell you. The text reads, a lamp is burning. We can make out that it is night. A woman is praying to her Lord. Then comes the next scene. There is a cot near the lamp, and a smooth mattress is spread over the cot. Jasmine, rose, and lily have been sprinkled over the mattress. Lamp, cot, a smooth mattress with flowers thrown over it. A fine setting. But something is missing. Even if there are thousands of stars in the sky and there is no moon, the sky would look desolate. The sky is luminous only if there is a moon. Just like the waxing moon, a lovely wench lies on the bed. Her name is Napinai, a cot, a mattress, and a beautiful dame. This will not complete the scene. What more is wanted? A young man. Yes, as expected. A young man is lying over there. Where? On the maiden. He is hugging her, and his broad chest is pressing her plump breast. Their hands and legs are intertwined. Who is he? Is he a man? No, he is a god. Yes, that dame's lord. The woman who is praying is Andal. She is requesting her lord for his grace. While praying, she has not invited him to her place, but she goes to his bedroom. And then comes the above description in verse form. I saw this verse on that torn leaf. Oh, how I wish this gutter around me changed into a cozy bedroom. Let a female dustbin come near me. How I shall spend my time speaking lovingly to her. I shall call her darling dustbin and embrace her. We'll have such fun. Andal's verse has kindled such thoughts in me. Poor woman, that Andal. She was a fondling, and Alva brought her up. I wonder why she prayed so lustily to God. If a single verse of hers has made me so uncomfortable, I don't know what will happen to me if I read all her poetry. I may go nuts. Once in a blue moon, I receive such books and torn pages. Otherwise, my usual fare is plantain leaves, banana skins, orange pips and peels, leftover food, etc. Sometimes dead rodents. Then I wait breathlessly for the arrival of the corporation van. Often, a servant from the house at the street corner comes out at midnight. He looks around cautiously, throws empty whiskey and brandy bottle corks at me, and runs back. It worries me all night. The police may think I have violated prohibition rules and they can put me behind bars. But then I realize that it makes no difference to me, for I am only a dustbin, aren't I? Once a gentleman who lives down the street tore off a letter and flung the pieces at me. As he passed by in a car, avidly I deciphered the letter, but it had been torn in such a way that I could only deduce the following. A fellow had promised a girl a teacher's job and had taken 300 rupees from her, and as he has not helped her but swallowed that money, I could not find out his name nor that of the girl's. But I understood that it belonged to my department, WPB. The person to whom this letter was addressed for redressing the grievance had not bothered to look into it. He simply tore it and threw it away. What happened to that girl? I wouldn't like to see her. Not only her, but the whole of mankind. They are a disgusting lot. I don't like them. They are careless, heartless, mad, and jealous. I want to say all these things about mankind if I meet that fellow who let down that poor girl. One day he came limping towards me. He was shivering and he smelled. I questioned him about himself and he said, "Can't you see? I'm one of the Maharajas of this country. I have come to rule my kingdom and I'll take shelter under you. I'm not a tree to give you a shelter, but you can curl up beside me and rule over your kingdom," said I. That fellow stayed with me for 10 days. He sat there, slept there, and ate there. From there, he ruled over his kingdom. He would grin at passers-by and ask for alms. The coins thrown at him were the tax paid to him to rule this country. He sang film songs and folk songs, and we enjoyed ourselves. One night, he brought with him a woman. I pretended to be fast asleep. She kept saying that it was getting late. "Don't be in a hurry. Come on, take this," he said and gave her 50 paise. I had closed my eyes, but I could overhear their conversation. "Oh, darling. Yes, my dear. Oh, my Rani. Oh, my Raja." In hushed tones, they cried on lustily. A few moments later, I opened my eyes. He was lying all alone. No, the emperor was taking his rest. The empress was not there. She might have gone to some other kingdom to satisfy some other Maharaja. Next day, I saw him with a couple of police constables. Then my friend came towards me and said, "Don't be afraid of the police. They have not come to arrest me. They have come to beg of me." Yes, some foreign dignitary is visiting the city, so they have requested me to give darshan to the VIP. Wonderstruck, I asked him, "Where will you see this foreign dignitary?" "It will be in my usual place, inside the jail. He will come and see me. You may also see him. He will pass by this route." After this, he went over to the policemen and hopped into their van. A minister from a foreign country did pass by in a procession, but that friend of mine never came back. He is one of the kings of this country, you see, so he might have taken shelter near some other dustbin. In my dull life, I have seen many things. How many marriage invitations have I not seen? What lovely food have I not eaten? How many love letters have not been torn and thrown at me? I have read them all and smiled to myself. Those which are rejected, those which are despised, and those which are considered filth have all found a place in my heart. I am far better than the sages who bear their troubles and tribulations with a smile. In this country, a lot of people are hungry, but my belly is always full. Oh, while I was talking to you, I missed that woman who was stealthily coming near me. Now she looks around cautiously and approaches me. Please hide behind me and observe. She has a baby in her hands. A newborn infant. Its neck is still covered with blood. It is a dead baby. Its neck has been strangled. She must be the mother. She is going to throw that baby into my belly. Oh no. She has thrown it and has started running. Oh God, I have to answer to the police for her foul deed. Why did she do this? I remember while she came closer to me to throw in the child, I noticed that she had no thali, the sacred thread signifying marriage, around her neck. Now I understand. Dear friends, this is end of the story. Thank you for listening, and I really hope that you enjoyed listening to this story. Please stay tuned for another story.